Yeah.
I've still got Babylon 5 over there in the chat.
So you watched the episodes, right? Or a few of them?
I watched the pilot today.
What were your thoughts?
Well, I've seen the pilot a couple times before. This is maybe the third time that I've watched it because I've started the series before and then just got distracted with other things. So I've seen the pilot, and I know I've seen like the first 2 or 3 episodes of the actual show. And I mean, it's good. It's goofy as shit, early '90s sci-fi with all of its budget constraints and peccadillos. I mean, the sets aren't great. CGI looks like that old cartoon reboot. Like it is.
No, it's
old
better than Reboot.
I like reboot, but I mean,
It's better.
I don't know that I'd
the-
call it better, man. I mean,
It's better. There was a 90s television show, I can't remember the name of it, where a bunch of kids are like cadets at some sort of space academy, and then
I
they
think
make
I know
some
what you're
sort of
talking about.
hypernauts. I always remember it after I start describing it.
I've heard of it. I never saw it.
It
I've
has,
never heard of that
well,
before.
it's basically, if you imagine kids, Star Trek Voyager, and Mech Warrior all in one show.
Okay.
Basically.
Jesus.
But because they have
That's-
like spaceships, right? And they're lost out in space.
Okay.
But when they do ship landings or they fight on the ground, they have mech warriors. So it's like,
It's a lot wrapped up into one package.
but its CGI is on that level.
Okay. So yeah, I mean it's whatever. It's old CGI. That's just what you're gonna get. But other than that, I mean, story wise, it was great. Like there's a lot of interesting plot hooks they've got. I like that the alien races really feel fleshed out and like they're their own thing. Whereas like as much as I love Star Trek and Deep Space Nine and all that, there is that problem where all the alien races are just, hyper stylized versions of like one aspect of humanity. So it's like, whereas with this, like everybody feels like their own character and they all feel like they have their own culture. And like I love Londo. I love the crazy like vampire hair, and I just love him. And like the speech that he gives at one point in the bar where he's talking about the Centauri Empire and like what they were and what they've become and all that. It was a great speech. Unfortunately, it's undercut by the fact that the bartender is literally a gorilla in a space helmet.
But you're not a fan of old sci-fi movies?
Oh, I love old sci-fi movies. It's
So,
just
then
it's so jarring.
Yeah, well, it must be an ode to that one sci-fi movie where the invaders are literally gorillas in space helmets.
I guess, man.
I can't remember the name of it, but it's a classic.
It's I know the name of the alien that gorilla is. It's called a Roman.
Yeah.
But it's not meant to be a gorilla? Like, or is this from the movie? Or are we talking Babylon 5?
I think it might be an homage, if it's anything.
Okay.
That or they just had the spacesuit handy because, not the spacesuit, the outfit handy because, cutting corners costs.
Oh, yeah.
I found the movie. It's Robot Monster.
Yeah.
I gotta look this up. But yeah, it's a dude in a gorilla suit, and he's got like a jumpsuit and one of those old leather caps that like cosmonauts used to wear under their helmets. And he's slinging drinks at the bar, and it was just weird. And they had some fun, like goofy shit in there because the fashion is interesting. For the most part, they're all wearing like normal enough clothes that have been just altered a little bit to make them look a little futuristic. But then there's one scene where it's panning through like a cafeteria and one guy is sitting there reading a newspaper that's clearly a USA Today, but it says Universe Today. And then it cuts to a table that has like an Arab sheik, a guy dressed up like a Renaissance painter with the beret and the little smock, and then a dude in like African tribal garb. And I'm like, what's happening here?
I mean, wait till you get to the part where all the religions come together.
Oh, I can't wait for that. That sounds great.
Well, the problem is you had to get through all season 1, and season 1 I found was sort of the weakest.
Oh, I'm sure. I mean, it takes a show a while to find its feet.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't take a while. The thing is, J. Michael Straczynski, I never say his last name right, so I just muddle through it. JMS. JMS wrote the show from beginning to end. So season 1, it was already all written out. So the story is fine. The character acting, I don't know. It's just a lot weaker because it's the introduction to these characters,
Yeah.
which you
Some of
wouldn't
the
have to
acting
do
was-
if you saw the movie in the beginning.
Hey, it's fine. I'll watch in the beginning when I get to it production wise.
No. I'm not. That's not snapping on you. We had the debate in chat. I'm just saying that in the beginning, the movie, you see all the characters as they were before they went to the station, and it very well lays out what everybody is about, what their goals are, what their motivations are, what they will do, what they won't do. They're put through the grinder, and it's all before they go on the station. So, literally, you can I mean, if you watch in the beginning, not to you, to any audience member who watches this later, you could basically skip season 1. In fact, skipping season 1 will make mysteries more mysterious later on.
What we can't skip, however, is the game tonight. But go ahead, Gary. Finish your thought.
Yeah, well, because that's the thing. I know doesn't like I mean, I know that in the next few episodes they change out some cast members. Like I know some of the ones. I remember that some of the ones from the pilot are gone, and then I know that they get a new commander in the second season. Like Sinclair's gone, right?
Who do they replace from the pilot?
I don't remember who they
the
replaced
doctor
from the
gets
pilot,
replaced.
but...
Who's the doctor in the? Oh, right, because it's an old white guy in the pilot, isn't it?
No, it's an old black guy in the pilot.
Huh. I'm
pretty
remembering
sure he
somebody,
gets
but I
replaced.
might be doing the Beverly Crusher gets replaced in Star Trek thing.
Maybe. And then I know that the first officer gets replaced. It's not what was her name? Takashima?
Ivanova?
No, in the pilot it's someone named Takashima. And I know that she's gone
Okay.
in the next couple episodes.
See, I thought The Gathering was so weak that it just slipped my mind because the show gets so much better later on. And The Gathering is so connected to season 1 that it's just like, I just forget about it.
Oh, and I think the psychic gets replaced as well.
Is it the blonde lady?
In The Gathering, it's a redhead. Lita. Or Lita?
I'm not going to say anything.
No, I know she gets replaced. Like I've seen the next couple of episodes a long time ago.
Well,
and I remember it's someone different.
Can I say it?
Spoiler alert.
It is and it isn't. Sure, she gets replaced, but then she comes back.
Oh, I think I read that somewhere. So it's a different character. I don't even remember.
I mean, if you looking back after our I don't know how many sessions you have to do of Pathfinder to have watched all of Babylon 5, but in a retrospective, you'll remember Lita way more than you'll remember the next lady.
Okay. Yeah, I'll try to do like one a day. I'll try to have like 5
Lita
episodes
Alexander.
per week.
I haven't watched Babylon 5 in forever. I know her name's Lita Alexander. I don't remember red hair, but I remember her black hair.
I think she was like a redhead. Yeah, but anyway, so that's the Babylon 5 report. Pilot episode, pretty good, pretty dated, but I'm
also
excited.
Amazing that you got it out in 5 minutes.
Yeah, the Babylon 5 minutes. That's what we'll call it.
There you go. Well, every week now, when we start the game, it'll be the Babylon 5 minutes.
We'll have the Babylon 5.
All right. It works on like 3 different levels. I love that.
Anyway, a lot going on, especially if I can do 5 episodes per week.
There you go. Anyway,
boil it down in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Anyway, hello everybody.
Hey,
happy holidays. Because by the time most people see this, well, it'll be way past Christmas, I guess. Like, this is going on YouTube in a couple of months, right? Anyway, I'll stop talking. We have a game to play, so let me introduce the cast of characters real quick, starting with in the order of my mind. We'll start with Gary after the Babylon 5 report. Who are you playing, Gary?
Gary here, still playing Coriel, still alive. Still that ooze didn't take me down. The gelatinous cube couldn't take me down. So let's see how long I can keep that going.
Don't get cocky.
I'm waiting for him to die.
Oh goodness. Next up after that is is Arcloid. Wow, I think your mic is broken. I don't know what that was.
You're doing the chipmunk thing again.
That's happened before?
Yeah, in this game. Also, to clarify your question, we release 3 Pathfinder episodes a week, so we record 4 in a week, though.
I'll fix it. All right, we'll come back to Arcloid. So, Theta, introduce yourself.
Yeah, me.
And
Eminently and always. Me.
Thank you, Theta. And who are you playing tonight?
Ilnam.
And who is Ilnam?
He's just some guy, you know?
That's good to know. Last but not least is Pandarin. Has disappeared. Oh, he's back.
Nope, no audio. Green light's coming up, so it's recognizing. There you go.
I hear.
I'm playing Surok Tamir, Bear Punter of all bears. Feeling a lot better than me right now.
I gotta get you a bear to punch. I think I'll do that within the next couple of sessions. How's that sound?
Who knows?
We'll wait. Arcloid will come back in a bit. He's trying to fix his mic and headphones, but he's playing Anton, the rogue. Arcloid, are you with us, sir?
Am I? I don't know.
I can hear you.
In a moment, I gotta plug my headphones in.
It's so weird. There's like a delay between your audio and your camera right now. It's very strange.
I just unplugged it and plugged it back in.
I think it'll probably take a sec to adjust or whatever. And you're playing Anton tonight, yes, sir?
Yes. Anton Bartz is a human thief. And he's learning to love this ragtag group of refugees.
Are they as good as Benjamin?
No, Benjamin held a special place in his heart.
Aw.
In fact, he still pours one out for him.
All right. That's good to know, so I can exploit that later. Anyway, so when we last left off, our heroes were able to clear out an entire cavern filled with nothing but troglodytes and a gelatinous cube and skeletons and a bunch of other creatures here and there. Short version is they now have an area that they can call as a refuge. Along with that, they also have a prisoner, a hobgoblin, who is a member of the Ironfang Legion, who, after a conversation with Ilnam and Coriel, is well, I guess he's still technically unfriendly, but he's much more indifferent than he was before. So you're making a little bit of progress with him, but he is still technically chained to the wall at the moment. So whatever you're choosing to do with him, obviously make a decision on that. We could probably do that soon. And now the only thing that are next steps is that Auburn is saying, if this hobgoblin knows where the encampments are, or the fortresses are for the rest of the rangers that are within the woods, perhaps we can use that to she's arguing that you can use that to maybe contact them. So that's kind of where we left off last time, at least in terms of the information. Others are still concerned about the fact that there is a known camp of hobgoblins in the area that keeps operating in the region. So making a decision on what to do next is really entirely up to the party, because this is still only a temporary refuge at the moment. So nobody jump in at once.
I was really hoping somebody else would jump in, I'll be honest. I was filling out medication information, so I wasn't paying attention.
Oh, dear.
I was here, though. I already know what's going on currently. I don't know what we were being filled in on.
Well, I will jump in then. Anton, where are you located in the cave right now?
Looking for my token.
You might be on the second level still.
I'm looking there. There I am on the second level next to the torch in the last accessible room.
All right, then. I'm gonna say it's obviously been like maybe like a day since you've cleared out the area, so you can mark that as healing yourselves up a little bit and all that kind of stuff. But Anton, you are like, I guess, are you just like hanging out in the crypt in the Darrow ruins area, or are you like up on the upper caves like on the next day?
That's just where I left him on the map. So he'd probably go into the larger main section of the caves,
Okay.
and out past the place where the bone trap was. So he'd be with more of the other survivors. Oh, and it's what, 1 hit point plus con mod is healed per day or something like that?
No, it's based off your level, so you get I think 4 hit points a day right now because you're level 4.
Thank you.
Yep.
So let me move my token to where he might be.
Yeah, 'cause
Cool.
currently you're in the room with the guy.
Although, you know what? That might actually be a good place to be, so keep at least one guard on him at all times.
I got the skeletons guarding him.
I'll put the skeletons in the room.
Well, no, I have. They've just disappeared. I don't know where you moved them to.
Right,
Why?
right there, because that's where the
Dude
that's
was
where.
over here. We left him in this room, and I specifically left one guy inside the room and one guy outside the room.
Oh, well, I'll let you move them where you want then.
I'm gonna move your guys all across the map. I'm gonna make it your responsibility to move them back.
So, as you guys are, and just Sirach, where are you located? Just so I know. I'm just trying to get like a sense of geography at the moment.
I am probably over here working on like the food areas.
Okay. And Coriel, where would you be? Would you be in the dorm area, or would you be elsewhere?
When last we left, Coriel was just with the hobgoblin during the interrogation. But if we're done with that, then probably, oh god, probably in the meat room, trying to see if there's anything that we can salvage to actually eat.
All right. So you're
and
with
what
Sirach.
needs to just be like thrown out. Yeah.
So you and Sirach are actually going through like the piles of meat. Most of it actually is still pretty intact. Roll a D100, please. Either of you. Hello. Okay. So yeah, most of it's pretty intact. I mean, for every like 10 pieces of meat, you got to like discard maybe like 4 of them because they're just like either like are like not properly cut, or their organs and things that are not edible. And when I say not edible, is I really am referring to not normally things you would eat, like maybe like a lung or a heart or something like that. Unless if you're really kinky.
Well, if this was Zorb Fortress, you would be eating prepared lung souffles.
Oh goodness, there's a reference. As you are cutting the meat, though, I would like both and fixing that section. Coriel and Sirach, can you please make a perception rolls? Oh, Sirach, you see it. You see what looks like a glowing rock that like skips through the water right over here. And then you hear like a small shrill voice shouting something in a language you do not understand.
Okay. The rock was like self-propelled, I assume.
Yeah, as if it was like maybe thrown. What's interesting about it was that it was like illuminated, as if it had like a spell on it.
Okay. I'm gonna signal Coriel and fucking just walk over there to investigate.
I mean, you look over and you're kind of surprised of what you see. There's like a small raft rowing down the river, and on the raft is a little person with ashen black skin.
Does it match the description of the fucking Durin or whatever the fuck?
The Darrow?
Yeah, the Darrow.
No, it does not. This is something different.
Okay.
It's a drome.
So it's a small humanoid with that color skin.
Yes. And it says something again in a very high, sort of shrillish voice. And it says, almost sounds like a dog.
Look at Coriel like, do you have any idea what that means?
Not a language that I recognize.
It shouts again in a different language. What languages do you speak?
Just common and elven for me.
And Sirach?
Common.
It shouts in a different language. You don't recognize it. And then as it gets closer, and as its little like raft and bar or like boat thing comes closer, it finally says something in common. Hello, greetings.
Hi?
Hello.
You're
Where
not the
did you-
troglodytes. Who are you?
Where did you come from?
The Darklands, of course. What are you doing here?
We're clearing out troglodytes and exploring this cave. What are you doing here?
Oh, I was going to trade with them. But I guess you're in charge now. Would you like some goods?
You wanted to establish trade with the troglodytes?
What do you mean establish trade? I've been trading with them for years. Well, I shouldn't say years. There's multiple groups all over the place. They're just one of the new stops within the past year and a half, 2 years maybe.
Doesn't seem like the most outlandish thing.
You may call me Navi.
Hey,
Hey.
listen.
We're
Yeah,
all thinking of
I already.
You seem shocked. You're not very familiar with the Darklands, you know?
No, not really.
Ah, so you don't know what I could never say this right. So you don't know what a Cernefblin is?
Can't say that I do, no.
Well, you're looking at
In
one.
character, I don't think so.
Well, you're looking at one. And I happen to be one of the best merchants in the Darklands.
What are you selling? What do you have?
Well, that depends. What are you buying? And you notice she starts fumbling around on the raft. She has multiple sacks on the raft. And she also has, like, on... you notice, like, you're getting a good look at her for the first time. She's completely bald. Her skin is very gray and, like, almost, like I said, kind of ashen. But smooth. And you notice, like, she, like, pulls out something from her cloak. Like this. And it's just like almost like a giant treasure chest about the size of her. She's a small creature, so obviously, you know, it's not like the massive trunks you normally see. It would be almost like a very large, like, sort of lockbox or small crate type of thing. But, like, she just, like, pulls it out of her cloak pockets as if it was, like just magically appearing from the air. She opens it, she puts it like right down on the raft nearby, and then she starts like pulling out things from her sacks, and you see what looks like gold bars. You see multiple potions, some jewelry, and even a couple of weapons. She says, "If you like, I can set up shop. At least for a few days, then I have to go. You do have gold or silver, yes?"
Yeah. That's probably fine.
Maybe I'll
Where
get
else do
better
you
deals out of
go?
you. Oh, where else do I go? I travel the Darklands. All over on the surface with the Dwaga, other troglodyte groups. I usually avoid the Drow. They tend to be a little nasty. Sometimes I even encounter the Dark Folk. Very rarely do I see surface dwellers, though. If you're living here now, would be interesting to see what you're interested in to buy.
Does this river connect to other caves, other stops that you go along?
Yes, I have to use the river nowadays anyway. And by the way, thank you for clearing out all the meat. It's a little bit nasty trying to go through this sometimes. The troglodytes, they shut down the other opening that led to the Darklands.
Probably the other cave in the tunnel.
Why are you here anyway? Did you need to kill them?
Um. Well, they were assisting our enemies in a big conflict going on, so yeah, kinda.
Ah! Oh well. Doesn't seem. It seems as if Navi does not care who she's selling to at this point, as long as people are willing to buy. And if you want to peruse her items, let me know, because this is a chance to actually maybe dump off some gold and buy some
Yeah,
stuff.
Yeah,
and
I'll
we have a bunch of fucking shit.
Yes.
trade some stuff off. Yeah, we'll check out whatever she's got.
She hands you a laminated sheet written in common.
I do not have
Here's
a
the
laminated.
menu.
Okay, so here's how it's going to work. She does have a lot of things that she can pull out of her bags of holding. The bags of holding themselves are not for sale. But she has multiple potions from first to third level. She has some jewelry, mundane, which is non-magical, and for magical items, you have to ask specifically. She does have some scrolls, and she does have weapons. This includes most masterwork weapons and a couple of +1 weapons. If you're looking for anything specific, let me know, and I'll let you know if she has it or not.
The gamer in me just wants to cause a cave in on top of her.
I know you do, but she is a deep gnome. She has ways to not die from a cave-in.
Right, but she'd be trapped in the water, which might kill her because deep gnomes not known for their aquatic ability.
Yeah, we're dealing with a man here who killed all the merchants in Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah.
Did you really?
I mean, my solo gameplay, which is that the newer one?
That is the new one, yes.
Yeah. And I managed to, after a while, kill all the merchants. Yeah.
Oh goodness. Okay.
Well, how else do you get the items for free? Look, idiot here travels the Underdark or whatever you're calling it, Shadowlands, showing off all these bags of holding. The bags of holding alone would get you killed.
Anyway, do you want to buy anything?
Potentially.
If you want, I mean, we could do this now, or if you want to think about it for a bit, I could let you know what she has. But she does have stuff to trade. You do have a lot of gold that is kind of just sitting there. If I remember correctly.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you want to do something with that, go for it. She also has provisions and food if you want to just buy that off her too.
That might also help just to keep the group alive.
Sure, it'll be delicious. Remember, she did trade with troglodytes.
True. Who knows what she's got?
Poisonous to humans? What does that mean?
I don't know what's poisonous. I'm sorry.
Does she have any kind of
Certainly, if I
strength boosting
poisoned
magic
you all
items?
and you died to poison, I certainly couldn't just row back down here and loot the empty cavern.
What was your question, Gary?
Any kind of strength boosting magic items?
Ooh, good question. Let me take a look at the stock.
How many items do you have with the wish spell?
That too. Can I get a wish?
There are no. I'm going to say right now, no wish
How many
items.
genie's
Scroll of
lamps do
wish.
you have?
How many what?
Genie's lamps.
No genie's lamps.
Can I get a scroll of power word kill?
I set level 1 to 3 for the scrolls. So level
Alright.
1 to 3
I got
spells.
a couple things that might be useful. That also aren't like a billion gold.
She does have a belt of giant strength that she is willing to part with for 4,000 gold.
Fuck.
Now, if you want to, tackle her with her, you can try that.
I'm guessing most things she's just gonna sell for MSRP.
Most of the
Before hacking, yeah.
most of the magical items, yes. Other mundane items, no.
Does she have one of those like I don't know how to pronounce it. The word is IOUN.
Ion stones?
Yeah. But the torch, it's like a torch
Ooh,
that
okay.
doesn't go out basically.
I know the one you mean. Let me check the prices on that, and I will let you know specifically about the one with the torch.
Yeah. Got a bunch of jewels and gems we can get rid of.
Also, I'd ask about ion stones as well. If this ever came down to me, so while you're looking that up.
I have a list.
Orange.
It just seems solid because I think they're pretty cheap.
Yeah, many of them are cheap, not all of them.
I'm looking
A
at
torch you don't have to hold is solid.
Yeah, I'm looking at orange prism ion stone.
I found it.
Orange prism?
Mm-hmm.
That's the torch. She does have the torch. I mean, she can give that to you for like 50 gold easily if you want it.
Yeah.
And I don't know the orange prism, so I gotta look that up. Hold on.
Pick that up myself. Alright.
That's the caster level one?
Mm-hmm.
She does not have that one now.
Not even an inferior version?
Inferior? Let's see.
You take like 6 of the inferior ones and you smash them together in a alchemical box, and they become the better kind.
Oh, you actually might be in luck.
Well, I might be in luck depending on what you say.
She does not have. She has a cracked one for about 1,000 gold that she can give you for like 500.
Like Phaendar said, MSRP.
No, she can give it to you for 500.
Yeah, that's what I said. Could get lucky. The cracked one is absolutely useless to me.
All right.
It doesn't add the caster level. It just gives me +1 cantrip, which is not
Oh,
necessary.
okay.
So
So the torch one you can get for sure.
yeah, I'm gonna just pick that up personally, without us having to buy or sell any items.
What about a Necromancer's Athame? I never say that last word right.
A necromancer's what?
Athame. Athema? Atham?
Athame.
That's what I said the first time, but it sounded wrong. So
Basically, it's a ritual dagger.
well, it's a thigh bone in the shape of a dagger. I guess if you ever played that, what's that game where you're on a boat and you have to, two of you are traders.
Is that a wondrous item? Because I can't find it on my list here. Yeah, she's probably not going to have that. Wondrous items are a little bit tougher.
So you're saying this vendor is shit.
Well, I'm saying she doesn't have high level gear.
So you're saying that she can't defend herself.
We've got 1,130 gold in these gemstones that we found.
Yep.
And then add that to, what do we have? Platinum rings. That comes to 1,230 gold.
This turtle dove.
What about the big blue gem we got from the statue in the frog cave?
You
Frog cave.
You didn't take that out yet, or appraise it, I don't think. Can you give me guys a second? I'm getting a phone call, which means it's probably work.
All right. Oh, we should probably take the Constitution thing off the item list since you're wearing it now.
What Constitution thing?
The belt.
I saw that a jade belt of jade plates. Who's wearing that?
Yeah. Oh, shouldn't you be wearing that now?
I don't even remember getting that. I mean, I can take that.
Yeah, that whole
and then...
I'm pretty sure we decided.
Hats.
Yeah.
Conversation about what?
Pilgrim hats.
I remember the pilgrim hats, and yet I don't remember this jade belt.
Yeah, we decided on you having the jade belt and going like full tank.
Yeah, I guess you said
I
you'd
needed
be in
the
front
AC.
a lot.
Oh, was that when my my internet was skitzing out that one night?
No, it's like last session.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I forgot that part. Mighty Con. Oh yeah, +2. That'll actually give me another boost. That'll put me up to 18.
Yeah. Right? 4 HP.
No, I am wearing it. I have it. Okay, I didn't put it in my.
Okay,
so I'm up to 16. Yeah, I didn't put that in my additional gear. So yeah, never mind that belt of giant strength. I'm already wearing that con belt.
Yeah.
We can find like a ring.
Well, I think there's probably a thing for
like gauntlets of ogre power.
Yeah. There's probably like gauntlets or an amulet or some nonsense.
Those aren't wondrous items?
I think most of them are wondrous items.
I remember, apparently wondrous items are well beyond this creature's ability. I still say one of you should just throw a net over him.
I think a net would not approve.
I don't know who that is.
What are the chances that we can like exchange these bracers of armor that nobody wants to wear for like braces of armor that aren't restricted to having no armor?
I forgot about that.
I am back. Arcloyd, you had a question about that giant gem?
Yeah, if we would be able to sell that to this merchant.
Oh yeah, you could probably sell that easily. Did you remove it and appraise it? I guess is the question.
I have it on my sheet, so I assumed it was removed. I can appraise it right now, though.
I remember I looked at it to see if it was magical, and then instantly didn't care the moment it wasn't.
So you probably did appraise it before. Is that the blue one that was in where the water was? The crystal globe?
I thought it was the one that was in the statue, the room that we fought all those troglodytes that were worshipping. Oh,
that one. Okay. There's so many gems I gave you at this point.
I don't think we took the gem from the well room.
You can take that one too if you want.
Well, no, it's producing a light, isn't it?
It is.
Isn't that exactly what you were looking for, Mandarin?
What?
A gem that produces light? Because there's one in the well room.
That that sapphire gem with the quick appraise would be about 200 gold.
I mean, if it's worth 200, it's better for us to just sell that and buy the.
No, that's the. He's talking about the one from the room the troglodytes were worshipping in, the one that was in the statue. I'm saying that the gem that's in the well room produces light. If you were looking for a crystal that produces light, we already have one.
Well, how much does it produce?
I mean, it illuminated that whole room.
But I mean, the point of the torch is that you don't have to hold it.
Yeah, you're
Probably
talking
still have
about
to
the
hold the
ion stones that
crystal.
float around your head, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you can just tape it to your back. I mean, that's not actually. I mean, tape it to your neck, whatever. So long as it's not in front of your eyes, because that's the.
Yeah.
That's the thing that they do wrong in movies and shit. Is they hold the torch in front of their eyes and blind them from the darkness.
I don't know. I think it's fine to just get a fucking item.
So just for a little bit of clarification, for wondrous items, just to keep it simple, the best you would have is lesser minor and greater minor. Greater minor is going for full price. Both all those wondrous items, they do go for full price, unless you can haggle her.
Would you guys be okay if I picked up either a masterwork or +1 rapier?
+1 rapier would be solid.
I could bone shake her out of the boat.
Where does it actually say the tier?
Say again, I'm sorry?
Where does it actually say the tier of the item?
I'm on the wondrous items list, I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
Because there was a question about that before, and I want to make a quick decision.
Yeah, I mean, I think most of the magic items are.
There's like a bunch of options here if you wanted to get something specific. Like, for example, like a ring of protection or something like that. This is technically where it would be in.
Yeah. Okay.
So we got the +1 rapier. Do you need a price on that?
Yes.
For a standard +1, you can get that for her I guess base right now is like 750 gold.
Okay, I'd like to try to haggle her down a little bit. That would use diplomacy, yes?
Yes. And what is the price you want to haggle her to?
You said it was what, 450?
750.
Oh, 750. I don't want to take everybody's money though, because that's the thing.
You do have a lot of items you can just sell to her too.
Yeah. I mean, maybe we should just dump a bunch of stuff and then just see how much we have.
You could do that.
Nobody seems to want those bracers because we're all mostly wearing armor.
Same with the. I don't think anyone wants the buckler.
I could probably use that though. It's +1.
I mean, do you use whatever?
I have a shield.
Shield, yeah, okay. I mean, see if it's better.
I mean, it would be. It's a +1. So yeah, I mean that's just going to give me an extra bump to my AC.
Always a good thing.
Of course. Yeah, I'll do that. I'm gonna go ahead and take that. I'm also looking at this breastplate. I remember we found that in here. It's emblazoned. Did we ever figure out what the symbol on it was? Like, I think I know what it is, but did we ever do a check on that?
No. Roll a religion check if you have.
I don't think I have religion, but honestly, I really just don't think anyone human should have to roll to figure out who Iomedae is. But
Roll. Do a quick local check then.
well,
It's Iomedae.
it's Iomedae. I mean, every human should know who Iomedae is.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't that hard to
yeah.
figure it out, but everybody was rolling really bad last week.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and actually take that buckler and take that breastplate, and I'll sell. I have a +1 chain shirt that I'm wearing. I can sell back. We can put that in the pot.
Okay.
And also masterwork, studded leather.
We have a lot of just random masterwork things.
You do. You can thank Forvel for that because he kind of kept building it.
Yeah. Let's see.
How about this? While you guys put together your list of things to sell and things to buy, I'll you guys can work on that in the background. In the meantime, Ilnam, where are you located in the cave right now?
While you're asking me that, can you also move the dude who's supposed to be in the cave outside where I am into the cave?
I don't know where you're supposed to be.
Where I moved my guys to... I gotta scroll back out. When you moved my skeletons away from where they were, the dude's supposed to be in there, being guarded by the skeletons.
Oh, you mean the hobgoblin? Okay.
Yeah. I don't know why you moved him down there and decided I was down there too.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize you moved him over here. I thought he was still in that room.
No. When we had the whole discussion, he was over here. And
Okay,
that's why I left one skeleton in the room and one skeleton out of the room.
He actually, the hobgoblin does actually call out to you, Ilnam, if you are listening.
Yeah, sure.
And he says to you, "So what do you want me to do then, master?"
Who are you talking to in there?
You.
I'm not your master.
That's not how this works. It's not how it's supposed to work, at least.
You're a free man. Well, sort of.
Free to do what, exactly?
I don't know. Consider your life choices. You're the one who keeps saying you'd rather be dead than free.
How do you figure?
I mean, those are the words that literally you said.
So you're just gonna let me go?
No.
Then I guess I'm not free, am I?
That's why I said sort of. I think you're not really catching on to this little conversation. We're giving you time to consider your options.
And what are my options exactly? To work with you?
Yes.
So I'm your slave?
No, I said work with me, not work for me.
And what's the other options?
Yeah, we haven't really figured that out yet. No, wait, never mind. I remember. We already told you your other options. You're looking at one of them. Well, I don't know where you're looking right now. You couldn't have your eyes closed. Look towards the door.
Are you pointing to like one of the skeletons?
I'm not in the room.
Oh.
I'm outside of the room. I assume we're yelling at the door.
He sees the skeleton.
Yeah, I mean, we already made that whole reference last time.
Yeah.
When you made me do the intimidation check. And then I decided to do a performance check instead. Also, that moment you realize you're looking for an item that's actually 3.5 and not Pathfinder.
What item is it? I can convert it if you want.
Ring of Arcane Power. I don't know that it can be converted, or rather, I don't know if it would be kind of a wondrous item or not. Someone was telling me it was a 10,000 gold piece item.
It is actually a 20,000 gold piece item, and it is a Ring of Arcane Mastery.
Nope, see, that's a different one.
Oh, it is?
Yeah. Well, see, that's why I know it's from 3.5, because it's none of the ones that come up when you search.
Can you say
Okay.
the item restriction again?
Wondrous items is just lesser or greater minor. There are +1 weapons of choice. Let me know. I'll let you know if there is one. She does have armor, but it's mostly masterwork. There could be +1 armors. You gotta ask. And she has jewelry and scrolls and potions. Potions and scrolls are up to level 3 caster level.
Okay.
So level 3 spells and below. And anything else that you can think of, let me know, and I'll see if it comes up.
I
Sorry.
thought level 3 spells were from 5th caster level.
Say that again?
I thought a level 3 spell can only be cast by a level 5 caster. But again, I'm remembering that from D&D.
I don't know.
It's that.
You might be right. Actually, it might be further than that, because I'm a level 4 caster, casting level 2 spells.
Yeah, it's level 5 and level 6 they start doing caster level 3. So those are actually some pretty decent spells to get, but obviously they are more expensive.
Start trying to trick her, like ask for a scroll of gauntlets of giant strength.
That would be a scroll of bull strength.
No, ask for a scroll of, and then an object.
Ring of lead blades when?
Get a syntax error, so she gives you the item you're looking for. Can I have a potion of Ring of Wishes?
Nice try. Were you asking about lead blades?
I mean, I don't think that's an actual, like, item, but...
You
Sure.
can get that in a scroll easily.
Poisons their blood when you stab them.
Yeah.
But now in this case, it actually increases the damage.
Yeah, yeah.
So you can get scrolls for that. They're 50. They're about 50 to, I think, 50 gold apiece.
I don't think I can cast them on myself, though. I have to have someone else do it.
Range is personal, and the target is a touch.
To be fair, though, if you're casting a spell on yourself from beyond that range, you've got other problems.
Well, no, I just mean because I'm not a spellcaster and I don't have use
I
magic
was joking
device
that
or anything.
the spell's personal, but the range is
Yeah,
touch.
yeah.
So if
True,
you're
true, true.
casting outside that range, you've got other problems happening.
No hands.
Or your hand is way over there.
I want to get a opinion from other people on this.
Yeah.
There is an item that lets you take a move action as a swift action once per day, and then it immediately ends your turn. So, what that would do for me is let me get a martial flexibility for free, basically.
Because you'll be taking it
On
not
my
as
turn.
you taking a move not as a move, but as a swift, which allowed you to still
Yeah.
take the feat thing. Sure, yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
I mean, is it not a wondrous item of too high level?
It's only 1,000. It's, I think, minor lesser.
Okay.
Let me make sure that's correct.
I mean, breaking restrictions is always good. That's what I'm all about.
Lesser minor. 1,000 gold.
Yeah, you should be able to purchase it then.
Okay. But the thing is, at 6th level, I get an ability that lets me do that, basically.
Oh.
So it's just... I get extra stuff once per day, but then in a level, it's kind of worse.
Well, yeah, but I mean, you'd effectively be able to do it twice a day then, right?
Yeah.
Or does your ability allow you to do it whenever?
Well, basically the upgrade is you can take 2 feats at the same time with a move action, or 1 with a swift action. And so that would let me take 2 for free and still move on that turn.
Yeah, why not?
So yeah, I guess so.
I honestly don't even see what the question is. That just sounds good.
It does sound good. I just don't know if it's like, if it is worse later or not.
I mean, 2 free feats is not worse than anything.
It's also once per day, but I think that's fine.
I could not say if it is worse or not, so I could not help you with that.
And all the shit that I want is way too high level, so I'm not.
I mean, the other thing that I could grab is just like an amulet that gives me +1 to attack and damage, basically.
Is that an amulet of mighty fists?
Yeah.
Amulet regeneration still a thing?
I think it's a ring.
Ring of regeneration? Oh yeah, no, I'm
it's
thinking
pretty high
of
too.
amulet of potent health or something like that, aren't I? One of the low level items that increases a stat in D&D anyway. It was one of those low level items that increases a stat up to its max, like the circlet of intellect, which increases your intelligence to 20. I think the amulet of potent health or whatever it's called, constitution to 20.
Well, this it's called the Quick Runner shirt, and it's 1,000 gold. Yeah, it's a shirt apparently.
Must be like a runner's tabard.
Yeah. And it's 1,000 gold, which we can cover.
It's the boots of Nike.
As long as everyone else is chill with that. I don't know how much a +1 weapon is though, but we can probably cover both.
Yeah, for the rapier was 750, and that is at a discount.
Okay. Let me just check real quick if I'm able to haggle. I have a 4 in diplomacy.
You can attempt it.
Impossible.
Is that the haggling skill? Diplomacy?
I think so.
You can
generally
use it for haggling, yes.
I mean, what are all the options? Haggling wise.
I'll be honest with you, I'm not really sure because I never really use anything else but that for haggling.
I mean, you could argue like
you can argue a
praise or bluff, kinda, depending on what you're trying to do.
Intimidation.
Yeah, but that's not exactly haggling, I guess.
That's all your shit or will kill you.
Either way, I mean, I guess I can try, right? It can't just be worse.
I mean, it could be worse. You insult the person you're trying to haggle with, they might raise the price.
Yeah, that's a good question. Mechanically, can that happen?
The way it would work, it won't raise the price. They'll just like tell you that this is the final price, and that's it.
Okay.
This is why I know I'm a mean GM.
Yeah,
I would.
I probably would do it too.
You're rolling that one. Yeah, it's
it.
like no, the price has just gone up.
I'd like to think I'm a fair GM by not doing that.
Yeah. That's understandable.
You roll poorly for me. They're gonna sense your desperation and smell the money.
But yeah, that's the only thing I'm kind of looking at right now. So I'm just gonna YOLO the thing and try and use my newfound skills of talking to people.
Mm-hmm.
Which I've been working on by talking to people instead of bears,
So what'd you roll? 15?
Yeah, 15.
That's not horrible.
Holy shit.
So what are you gonna say? Let me hear what you say.
I'm gonna try and negotiate down to like 800-ish, and I'm gonna do that thing where you kind of go lower than you actually want, and try to meet them at the point you want to be at in the the middle, quote unquote. That's my strategy going into it.
All she will say is, well, this is for the shirt, right?
Yeah, just the shirt.
And it's 1,000 normally?
Yep.
She says, I mean, these are hard to come by, I don't know if I can really go that low. So you're thinking 800?
I mean, that's that's probably the best I can do. Yeah.
I feel like we're about to do Pawn Stars right
That's
here.
what. Yeah. Best I can do. $5 pack of gum.
How about 805?
What
No,
episode of Pawn Stars have you watched?
I don't know.
No, the $5 pack of gum.
No,
No, man, I
that's
gotta turn a profit on this. I pay you. I gotta get a guy to look at this, refurbish
Yep.
it. There's costs involved. No, I can. $100. That's the most I can do.
All she says is, "I can't go that low. I'm sorry."